On October 7, 2000, Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary, or TBNMS, was designated in Alpena, Michigan. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, designated the sanctuary despite resistance from the local population. In fact, 70% of the population were against the sanctuary. These results could have been even more drastic if the vote had included other cities and counties in the area. Nevertheless, the sanctuary was designated. They came, even though most of the town was against it, and we couldn't be happier. People expected lots of legal and economic problems to come with the sanctuary, but they really didn't. The sanctuary truly helps our town, and Wisconsin could only benefit from a national marine sanctuary. The marine sanctuary has made many scientific discoveries, and they're the real reason the sanctuary is there. Its purpose is to make discoveries. It's not trying to keep people away from the shipwrecks, it's trying to solve mysteries. Science is a very important part of the marine sanctuary, perhaps the most important part. Recently, NOAA found underwater sinkholes with bacteria that would be only found in deep ocean areas. Scientists believe that these are very similar to early life forms on Earth, and they're very fascinating to study. It is also possible that these life forms could be used in drug development. Also, 2 new shipwrecks have recently been discovered, the Choctaw and the Ohio. The Choctaw is an incredible find, as it was one of the world's first semi-whaleback freighters ever designed. The whaleback design looks kind of like a submarine, with the idea that waves would wash over the ship, so it would be harder to sink and much more efficient.
The marine sanctuary has affected many businesses economically in positive ways, especially downtown businesses like the local basket case, the Fresh Palette, and the Thunder Bay Winery. The sanctuary helps businesses like these ones by bringing in many people, tourists. They then get more money coming into the town from other towns than just having the same money float around Alpena. New people coming into our town bring in new money, which is good for making improvements to our town. One example, like the local basket case, is a great shop for tourists because there are many souvenirs and clothes all about Michigan, Alpena, and the Great Lakes. Tourists love stores that have merchandise about the state or town, etc. This business gets a lot of people in their store from coming to town for the sanctuary because of how close they are to each other, as well as same with all the downtown businesses. The local basket case is only 0.6 miles away from the Heritage Center.
Legal restrictions by the sanctuary and NOAA. Federal Register states that divers are still allowed to explore the area. However, there will be no destruction, recovery, alteration, and no possession of underwater cultural resources. The Advisory Council prohibited grapple hooking to buoy mark sites. This includes anchors. This will not affect property rights. If they do go on private property, they need the owner's permission to use it. The National Marine Sanctuary has no effect on landowners. User fees. People made comments that they're scared of fees on fishing, events, boating, or even diving. The sanctuary said they will not charge any fees at all in the sanctuary boundaries. The only fees that will be processed is by the governor of Michigan.
Alpena and Sheboygan have their similarities and differences. We both need to protect the priceless shipwrecks and their resources. One good thing the sanctuary does is bring in tourists. Alpena has a population of 9,997 people as of 2017, and the Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary records about 100,000 visitors per year. The population in Sheboygan is 48,329 people as of 2017. Although you may think that you already have enough people and don't need tourists, all towns benefit from tourism. The tourists will be eating in your restaurants, staying in your hotels, buying products from your stores and local businesses. This brings in more people, which bring in more money for your town.
If you don't accept a national marine sanctuary, you may regret it. The sanctuary prevents people from stealing artifacts from the wrecks. They put mooring buoys by the wrecks so that people can find them and don't have to use grappling hooks. It'll help protect the wrecks, help the economy, and maybe even find something you didn't know was down there. Take all of this into consideration before you decide that you don't want a national marine sanctuary. Thank you.